Did we have audio before?
No.
No. Hi! This is reminiscent of last month Sunday service when when we started and I said a whole load of stuff and we weren't actually filming it. So welcome to Sunday service. I already did this bit, but there was no sound. Welcome to Sunday service, everyone. This is the virtual edition of Sunday service, which is the first because normally we host Sunday service from this warehouse, which is where I live, along with a few members of Vicious Collective, who this night is hosted by. So Sunday service, to those of you that don't know anything about it, is a night that we hold here in this warehouse. We've been doing it for about 4 years, and it's a night that is based on experimentation. So I invite people to come and perform that have either never performed before or they are trying something new. Perhaps they're experimenting within their practice and doing something that they've never done before. Or maybe they're in the middle of something that they're creating and they come and show us this piece in progress. And the mediums vary vastly. Some people come and speak just with words. Some people speak with words and sound. Sometimes we have music. Sometimes we have dancing. Sometimes we have videos. Each Sunday service is totally different, depending on who is a part of it. Normally, we don't even tell people that Sunday service is really happening. Just on the day, I might post something and be like, Sunday service tonight, come over, and then people will come if they know where to come to. But now it's online and you know where to find it. So for tonight, we've got a few things lined up for you. Some of them are going to be a mixture. It's going to be a mixture of things on video that people have sent in, and we have a couple of special performances from some of my quarantined housemates. So, without further ado, the first person that I would like to share with you is my Vicious Collective partner, Conrad Armstrong. He is not quarantined with us, so he sent me in a video. And we will now move over to the TV, where Conrad will suddenly appear, or rather his performance will suddenly appear.
Here I go, on my daily bicycle commute from Streatham to Hackney Wick, before lockdown. I made this journey almost every day, sometimes twice a day. Watching the film in reverse does not take me back there. I am here now, I am home. 2020 is sick and that is where I am. That is where we all are. The new normal is an exercise in perception management. These days I don't leave my home except to run around Tooting Beck, stand in a queue at a supermarket, or visit the wishing well in the rookery of Streatham Commons. This is the psychogeography of self-isolation. Streatham has become a village once again. We've evacuated the city. On my commute, the view is not the same in both directions. A South Londoner heading north does not mean the same thing as a North Londoner heading south. The time traveller's taxi only carries passengers in one direction. Even when taking a round trip, the Battle of Cable Street is only visible to those heading east, the wrong way down a one-way street. The private road users heading west in their cars are oblivious to the power of the mural on the side of St. George's Town Hall, vanishing in their rear-view mirrors. They do not feel the chill of the ghosts on every corner, the barricades they sit upon as they wait to be told to proceed at the traffic lights, a tale of two cities, both invisible to the other. Neither shall pass. My daily bicycle commute from Streatham to my studio in Hackney Wick, a 10-mile ritual ride over subterranean rivers and Viking hills, past hospitals, lime kilns, new builds and laminated giants of Albion named Argos. A trip through all terrains and times of London, the Norman Conquest, the Battle of Cable Street, the LDN 2012 Olympic Games, and the Great Fire that follows plague. Breathing in both gentrified and mortified London on my secular pedal-pumping pilgrimage as history repeats, looking at the Shard, thinking about the pyramids. And it was on my daily bicycle commute from Streatham to Hackney Wick, looking at the Shard, thinking about the pyramids, that my OCD, obsessive conspiratorial disorder, started, tracing the ley lines on my route, connecting the dots of a giant pentagram within the M25, a sightseer's guide to the famous dogging sites of London, intercepting GPS transmissions from ancient aliens, street-level meditations, a monotonous skyline passes by, populated by protrusions, phallic monuments of late capitalism, death rays and cheese graters. I remember my old tattered A to Z street map Bible of London, always in the bottom of my rucksack with a stale bottle of water. You wouldn't leave the house without it, before Google Maps, before social distancing. I had no phone, you couldn't reach me. I'd go walk about in the lost city of London for days, and it was bliss. On my commute, time moves in only one direction, even when going in a circle. Running around Tootingbeck Common, a murder of crows chases a squirrel up a tree. The many branches of possible futures grow like fractal roads and avenues before me, routing me to a timeline. Potholes becoming sinkholes. All roads are possible, except backwards. Downwards is always an option. The Shard is so tall that to stop it falling over in high winds, its foundations are one of the deepest points that human London reaches, over 60 metres deep. Only a single sewage tunnel goes any deeper into the earth. The taller they stretch their vanity towers, the deeper we must dig, down into the Paleozoic clay beneath the new Troy. It's called the Underground, my boy. It's different from the mainstream of the shimmering Thames as I cross the great deity at Tower Bridge, watching the mudlarkers pick up plastic on the broken brick riverbanks of the dark river at low tide. My London labyrinth is one of subterranean rivers, tunnels, pipes, caverns, catacombs, gold bullion and fecal matter in a literal wasteland beneath your feet. No one map exists of the underworld. Much of it remains uncharted. Its entrances are unassuming, service hatches, manholes, grates, unmarked doors in plinths beneath statues and the heavy steel doors of bank vaults. The secrets of the dark places beneath the city are not ones they wish you to consider. It's better you don't know. Wipe yourself clean, flush the toilet and move on. Wash your hands singing happy birthday and don't think about where your shit's gone or where it's going. Time moves in one direction, even around a U-bend. Hold your nose and keep looking straight ahead. Look at your phone until your neck aches. Capturing moments, freeze frames of ephemeral city scenes. Strangers, all of them. No consent was given for capturing their image. I was just another arsehole trying to run them over. Some of the stills look like the works of street photography, intentional, framed, following modes of composition. Some are just accidental filler shots on the camera roll, haphazard shots that didn't work out. The moment lost and gone forever, a good idea at the time, never to go beyond the negative. And when you look up, glimpses of the Shard blink between the buildings, flashing red, then white, an illuminated middle finger above the rooftop, dipped in the finest white oblivion powder. My daily bicycle commute from Streatham to Hackney Wick. There I was every day from Burgess Park to Tower Bridge, looking at the Shard, thinking about the pyramids, avoiding kamikaze ducks waddling across my path from the pond, heading for greener pastures, passing big yellow self-storage centres and running red lights. The bloody bedsheets of our consummated marriage night hang for all to see from the 72nd floor of that crude glass obelisk, a red laser sight dot on my forehead. Dead hair and skin cells on underground tracks settle in abominable mounds, staring into handheld devices, swiping left, stumbling right with Costa coffees and fingers in each other's baby holes, ghosting undesirables, wearing face masks to block foreign bodies. I'm running around Tootingbeck Common to stay healthy. Latex gloves litter the bushes where sex workers used to work. Furloughed city boys are stockpiling lube. Their peckers are red raw. Crows edge the park, keeping their distance, waiting for a jogger to go down. gasping for air. On my daily commute from my bed to my studio downstairs, I wonder what happened to my freedom of movement. People have different ideas of what progress means. Half-hearted, half-remembered renditions of Land of Hope and Glory struggle beneath the eerie drone of a helicopter on Brexit Day as the news crews pack up their cameras. Insecure white people stumble like stuck pigs, flush red cheeks with incest. Blank, self-isolating, give me quarantine. I'm not part of their party, but your nihilism gives me meaning. The complexities of the flesh and unloved stories from the city. My retreat to Glasgow and hell, walking up those stone steps and looking down from the necropolis. We must journey through the graveyard of love to reach paradise. Grief is a thing with black feathers, crows around Tooting Beck Common, little black specks in my vision, heavy metal drones in the distance. I drew this city before I saw it, and I know we can imagine a new one, together. So if you can see our flare in the howling night above the flood-lit Olympicopolis, then you're welcome to gather with us, still here, at Sunday service in the underground, drinking the delicious tears of the crying eye, ready to start again. This is my demolition. This is our demolition. Great fire follows plague. So when the fires die down tomorrow, we begin the construction of a city. One we no longer have to look at the shard or think about the pyramids in.
Welcome back. That was Conrad Armstrong's piece on the psychogeography of self-isolation. Conrad normally does art lectures for us, and they quite a lot tend to be involving the shard and the pyramids. So I'm really glad that this piece in self-isolation had a homage to the shard, and I think the pyramids were mentioned in there as well. Next, we have one of my creative partners and collaborators, Billie Turnbull. She does many things. She's a creative powerhouse, and she has this time done something new in the spirit of Sunday service, and she is going to be on video in a minute doing a song for us. Now, we will take you to Billie.
One of the devils
Hello, welcome back. That was Billie Turnbull sharing a beautiful song with us, and that's, I believe, a first for Billie doing a song and playing guitar on Sunday service and in a lot of places as well. And that was really beautiful. Brought a tear to my eye earlier, actually. Next, I would like to present to you one of my housemates and Vicious Collective partners. He's going to read you a poem, which is actually in our Vicious Collective zine. We've done an isolation special, and it's online now, so you have to go and find it somewhere. I think you'll find it on our Facebook page, actually. As Zilcho lives here, I'm going to present him to you in real life. And we'll go to Zilcho now.
Hello. Here is the poem that I wrote for the Vicious Collective magazine. It's somehow more daunting reading to a camera. It feels like an audition tape for the film I was never in.
Read to me.
So I'm going to read to Andrew. This is an ode to Andrew. Woo! I fell into the old canal. My vision lay at the bottom there. With the oil-covered fish beneath the coot's nest was a siren all red-headed and bare. A tune still singing from her heavenly throat, all vibrato and western and evil and queer. Hair like flaming blood, skin ghostly white, pulled me down into the river her tears. As this world opened up, the Styx was her whip, which cracked at my back with a celestial blow, pulled me into a painting, lined the walls of the 9 circles, a bloody Michelangelo. As she paraded me around, like a dog on the chain, past my critics, the light pinned a hole in the sky. My body, now water, slipped through the chains and effervesced like dew on a sunny mountainside. As I travelled up higher over rocks and stones, soaking up all the evil that lay inside, saw the 3-headed dog all barking and moaning, sniffing the ground with God in his eyes. Saw Sisyphus and Tantalus locked in eternal punishment and eternity's suffering in the blink of an eye. Rising up higher still, back through the old canal, spiralling upward and upward through a sun-drenched sky. Saw man all in panic, what's left of the clay when it seems our gods have left us behind. The meek come together, televising Etonian quarrels, politicians sold their morals to Sohovian whores, rereading the papers, the apps and the data, the never-finding search for humanitarian clause. The artists on loan, working from home, manual labour workers still laying stone, building pyramids for oligarchs to never call home. What will come of humanity when the beast takes its throne? What will come of society in this endless unknown? They sold us a lie, all roads lead to Rome. When the world opens up, she will spit her insides, like Dante or Ovid, the scenes of her dream. Absurd and profound, the sounds of the meek will fill the air with a guttural scream. Thank you for listening. Sorry I couldn't learn it off by heart. I didn't think I was reading it in public anytime soon. Hang on, I've got one more gift for you. Oh.
Thanks, Zilcho. That was Zilcho Hamblin reading his poem from the Vicious Daily that is out with you now. Next, we're going to move back to video format, and we're going to have a little lesson on how to make scrambled eggs. And this will be by Sarah Hezen.
Welcome to Eggs Quarantine. I'm Hezen. Today I'm going to share with you one of my specialties, scrambled egg. For today's recipe, you only need 1 egg, because that's all I have. If you didn't panic buy out of consideration for your fellow humans, you should be on your last egg, just like the NHS. Remember, everything is a lesson. In a bowl, let's crack our egg and beat it. You can't overdo it, so really just beat the shit out of this egg. Now a little bit of salt, Merci. Check it's salty enough. Parfait. Let's put a pan on low heat. Add some butter to it. Watch it melt away, like your faith in your landlord and his big heart. There's nothing you can do about it. Just focus on the butter. Now let's add our egg. We're going to leave it on the stove for a minute. Let's take a moment to read some inspirational posts on Instagram so that the existential dread doesn't settle while we're waiting all alone for our egg to cook. Do not feel lonely. The entire universe is inside you. Once it's too late, start messing with your egg. You want to create layers that will cook one after each other. So spread it. Pandemic style. C'est prêt. Bon appétit.
Welcome back. I think we've all learned how to make scrambled eggs now in a very sexy French way. Thank you for that, Hezen. And next, I would like to share with you a video that my friend Cicely has sent in. Cicely is a part of Primordial Soup Collective, and she has done a piece about the moon. Thank you, Cicely. That was a piece about the moon. I hope you enjoyed that. I would recommend to rewind it back at some point and watch it just before you go to sleep. You'll have some very pleasant, very surreal dreams. And next, I would like to present to you one of my housemates, Daisy Tortuga. As we live together, she's going to be with you live from our warehouse. Take it away, Daisy.
Hello. I'm going to play a few songs that I've written sort of recently. Which one next? I'm red in the face and crying like a child, like a child. What's on your mind? We don't have time, I can't explain, I can't complain. It's probably the same reason why I bite my fingers until they bleed. It's probably why I can't let you down or explain myself when I feel down. Let's beat around the bush a little more, like when you snore. What's on your mind? We don't have time, I can't explain, I can't complain. Ah, ah. I thought that unrequited love would be a lovely fantasy for me. I thought that you felt the same about me. That's what I could see. That's what I could see. Surprised me, mesmerized, you see. From the bottom of the sea, looking back at me. Flying so high above me. From the bottom of the sea, looking back at me. And you can't see no man tangled up with me. But why me? I'm estranged, you see. I thought that unrequited love would be a lovely fantasy, but now, c'est la vie.
Woo! Yes, Daisy.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Hello. I hope you enjoyed Daisy's renditions. 3 brand new songs. No one's ever heard them before, right, Daisy?
Yeah.
Right, we have one more thing for you. It's very special to close this first episode of Sunday Service online. It is from our friend Katia Ganfield, who used to live here, and she sent in a video that contains a lot of memories that have happened in this warehouse. When I was watching it earlier, it actually made me miss everybody a lot more than I already was. It's really great. It's just snippets from old Sunday services and parties that we've had here. It's a montage. She actually has some words to say about it herself that are far more eloquent. So I'm going to read them to you. The piece is called Observations of an Artist, a film by No Tape Inside. In a search for my own creativity during a scattered reality, I revisit the archive and piece together an exploration of the subject through randomly selected works. Within this are many nuances and ideas playfully indulged through childlike curiosity. Being able to revisit the past through a lens, searching for its own purpose, in creating purpose, is an interesting process. It's easy for the artist to get lost over time, but for the flowers to blossom, one must reconnect and nourish its roots. Those are the words of Katia about the piece that we're about to show you now.
A bit useless. Perhaps I'm not myself anymore. What is my memory? What is my security? I feel tired. You're the user that I can't undo. Everything happened so fast in a flash. My soul was stolen, lost in a web thrown into the trash.
And what would you call creativity?
It's a biological need almost to like share yourself with other people. It's part of our genetic makeup to have something other than what we're doing, other than eating and sleeping. The average day-to-day stuff just isn't enough to feel complete. I think that's what creativity is. It's escapism.
Most of the world and what goes on doesn't interest me. I like the idea of creating, my own world, and then it's the only way I can really go from day to day is by thinking like that.
The things about artists is that they think about things in an extreme way. Usually they'll think about the furthest possibility of that thing, but maybe that is always just better in our heads.
Be who you are and do what you want to do.
Magic sort of has to defy logic in a way.
Magic has to come from. Magic has to come from not. It's celebrating the unknown and being like, there's this thing that's going on.
Part of ourselves is this unknown. Because part of ourselves is this huge unknown that we like
skins 10 years later.
Play with, and we sort of skim off a little bit.
Like yesterday's magic is tomorrow's science.
Worthwhile, and if you stay within that, then that's the important thing, is that you've made something that is you would want to go to. You have a group of friends, but really all you have in common is that you feel estranged from everyone.
I couldn't do anything, and this is what I've chosen to do, and I'm doing it. That's something I think it's just so much love that I'm doing. I don't have like the God complex. It's just how you take it.
I try and keep society under my thumb. And it's like whenever I look at my thumb and it seems a little dirty, I can scrape it out and feel better about that. Cultural dust.
Fiver. I haven't got a fiver on me, but I want to get high. Like, I need to get high.
Oh, cock. Oh no, we're back.
And that was the end of that. That was the last episode. That was the last video, not episode, of Sunday service. So, for the next one, I need you to send me some videos, or else I can't do this. So, if you want to send me some videos, you can send them to Vicious Collective, Facebook or Instagram, or you can send them to mine. And then I will be seeing you with a whole load more magic on the first Sunday of next month. Goodbye.